Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, now you know. We start our videos with chapstick here. Once in a blue moon, I don't if I've already done a look and have a lip product on, and I will just reapply that so we can all pretend that it's chapstick. I'm a chapstick hoe. Any chapstick will do. So this video, first of all, let me back up. Let me roll back the troll train. This is a crazy troll nation here because of stuff like that. We have fun on our channel. I hope I'm as entertaining to you as I am to myself. The crazy is just having fun on your channel with your makeup, doing whatever you do, whatever your channel is about, just really enjoying it. The troll part is not paying too much attention to what the beauty community standards of beauty are. You're beautiful inside and out. We love playing in face paint. We love to do things, all the things with our faces. At the end of the day, night, evening, morning, whenever you wash your face off, it's important for you to love you for who you are, to love how you look for how you look. That is the concept. Having fun with your makeup, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, but not feeling like you have to because of what somebody else says. That is the Crazy Troll Nation. Thank you for being here. This is what else you'll see here. Almost forgot to tell you, I do curse sometimes on my channel. You can tell by the title, we're doing some comparisons on skincare. I do have sensitive skin, temperamental, different allergies to different ingredients, eye allergies, nasal allergies, asthma, all types of stuff with the nasal passages, and I have other ailments too, but that's a whole nother video. So when I find something that works, I stick with it. I very seldom experiment with skincare, and that's why I hate getting it in subscription boxes. I'm like, no. Usually if something has a fragrance added to it, that may irritate my skin as well, or even some natural ingredients that has a fragrance. My skin is just does what it does since I was a kid. Like, it's not anything new. And so, as I said, when I find something that works, I tend to stick with it. And so I'm going to do two comparisons. Products similar but not quite, so we'll see. Just so you can know from someone with mature, I'm 52, and I know the troll looks good. Thank you very much. Just for you to get an idea of what may or may not work for you. And if you don't have sensitive skin, you know, just go for all the things. And sometimes I'm a little envious, like, you know, I can't just really try, or I could try everything that comes in a subscription box, but then do I want to go through the aggravation of if my skin breaks out and then trying to clear it up again? And so anyway, one of my go-to masks is the Peter Thomas Roth Irish Moor Mud Purifying Black Mask. And this is what it looks like. The container is clear. So the mask is a mud mask. It is a black mask. And I'm not going to open it all the way. This is a new one because I actually didn't finish the previous one I had because it expires, I think, let me look and tell you, 24 months. This is 5 fluid ounces of product, and I'm going to read to you what it says. Purifying, refining, decongesting, hydrating Irish Moor Mud helps purify and refine the look of skin. Seaweed hydrates. Activated charcoal draws out toxins and impurities. Minimizes the look of pores, fine lines, and wrinkles for all skin types. That's what all of this says, and I love that it's on the jar. And on the back, it has more information similar to what it says on the front. And external use only. You can use 2 to 3 times a week or as desired. You put it on with your fingertips. I actually use a Sephora spatula, and there's different types of, it's not a spatula, it's like a mask applicator thing. But they're cheaper on Amazon. If I remember, I will link it down below, and it comes in a 3-pack. Price was really cheap. For the 3, it was like a fraction of the price of 1 from the Sephora website. And so I use that to put it on, and then you leave it on up to 10 minutes. Remove with a warm, damp washcloth, and then you rinse your skin thoroughly, you know, and that's it. So that's what this says. This, for me, does what it says. And I was not using it 2 to 3 times a week. I was using it maybe once every 2 weeks. Like when my skin would just feel like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it didn't just feel like, you know, the regular soft, smooth skin that I have. or if it would feel congested, or it was just something just not feeling right. And I would use this, and it does what it says. Like the purifying, it does that. When I do wipe it off, my skin does feel soft, it feels hydrated, it feels smoother. I don't know about minimizing the look of pores. I don't necessarily think my pores are large or noticeable. So that I cannot speak to. Fine lines and wrinkles, you don't put it under your eyes, which is where, and these lines, I know I'm fine, but these lines ain't fine. They're just lines. They're like, hey, like these are the troll tracks from the troll train. Like you see all of this, and when I don't smile, these are not there. And when I smile, it's just like yeah, we're here, girl. And of course, my double bag on this side. So I cannot speak to the fine lines and wrinkles unless they mean like the 11s, how some people have one line here and one line here, which, yeah, here, right here. But they've been there. And then it's like a thing here. It's like a little fat pocket. Like, I don't know what the hell. And when I do like this, I do have lines on my forehead, which I just noticed about 2 years ago. And I think because when I'm doing my eyeshadow, I'm always raising my brows. I don't know. But I cannot speak to any of the wrinkles or the lines being any less noticeable. But I do really notice a difference when I use this and how my skin feels after I use it. And the feeling does stay. And so for me, this does do a deep cleanse. It does purify. My skin is smoother, as I said, so that's the refining aspect. And I really enjoy this. I did purchase a 5-piece set. I don't have one to show you, with the 5 different Peter masks, which are great because each tube is maybe like 4 uses, which I will go through quicker than this entire jar unless I do use it 2 to 3 times a week. But as I said, this is 5 ounces. It's good for 24 months. And this one costs $60. If your skin needs it and your skin loves it, then you will use it 2 to 3 times a week. You will get through it in 2 years. I do recommend it. If you're not sure about it, get the 5-piece travel set or the sample set of the different masks, and then try each one and see which one works for you. For me, all of the masks did do for me what they said they were going to do. And that's one thing I like about his mask, is that they didn't say one thing and I'm like, I didn't notice anything. Like, they really do for me what it says they're going to do. And so that's why I really like his masks. So in comparison to this one, as I said, the previous one expired. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try the one that came in one of the subscription boxes, and it is from Alicia Keys' brand. Some people don't know that she's a singer, has like countless awards for singing. And I'm like, how do you not know that? But I know everybody doesn't listen to all types of music. So anyway, her skincare brand is Keys. Her last name is Keys. So her brand is Keys Soul Care. And it says Harmony Mask on here. And on the back, it says, I walk in my own strength. That's what it says here. It has no, how this one tells you on here what it does, and all of his masks on the jar tells you what it does. Hers does not. It's on the box. I don't keep boxes. I don't keep packaging. I don't like clutter. Once I take it out the box goes into my recycle stuff. So I went online to look up what it says, and I do have notes here. This is 1.76 ounces, and it's $30. 5 ounces, $60. You do the math. I'm not good at it. 1.67 ounces for $30. And this, the lifespan once you open it, I believe it was like 6 months. I did use it. I'm going to read my notes on what it says it is from when I looked on her website earlier today. Today is June 27th. Charcoal face mask, scented with sandalwood and formulated with honey and gold foil. This is what that looks like. So it is gray. I do smell the sandalwood. I am sensitive to fragrance and scents. I do smell it when I put it on. The first time I used it, I'm just like, oh my gosh. It didn't make my nose run. It didn't make my eyes itch or anything, which was great. Even when I rinsed it off, the smell lingered. That I don't like. It's not obnoxious, but for me, I'm just like, what's that smell? Because I'll get a whiff every now and then. I'm like, oh, it's that damn mask. It's supposed to, I didn't write down what it was supposed to do. but it's supposed to deep cleanse and all of that stuff. I apologize, I did not write that part down, which is why I like how Peter, it tells you, so you don't have to guess or be like, okay, what's it supposed to do again? Like, I used it, like, what's going on here? I did use it again last night. I've used this a total of 3 times so far. I've had it for a few months. I will continue to use it until I don't. And then once this is done, I will go back to Peter's. But in comparison, this one, I applied the same way with the mask applicator. Let it sit, I think it says, oh yeah, it does say, prep skin with a warm, moist towel, then apply mask generously and evenly. Allow it to dry and allow yourself to relax for 10 to 20 minutes. Remove using a warm, moist towel and rinse off any residue with warm water. Indulge 2 to 3 times a week. My skin likes it. I have not had any issue with this. My skin has not broken out. My skin does not feel tight or dry when I rinse it off. However, my skin just feels sort of the same as before I used it. With Peter, I can feel a difference in my skin. It feels, you know, a little bit smoother, more moisturized, more hydrated. This is just kind of neither here nor there. And so I often forget what exactly is it supposed to do. And unlike Peter's, it doesn't say on here what it is supposed to do. I think this would be good for if you just want to pamper yourself. Like, you're just sitting around, you're having a bum day, or, you know, your mood is not great. And it's like, you know what, I'm gonna just do a face mask. So like doing something for yourself, like a skincare type thing, a self-care type thing, excuse me. But my skin, as I said, did not have any issues with it. I would not repurchase it for me because I really like the Peter one more, and it does for me what it says it does. This one just seems like, okay, I'm just using a face mask just to use a face mask. And also, I don't like that the scent lingers. But for those of you who are into scented skincare and stuff like that, I mean, it may help you relax if you really enjoy the scent of sandalwood. So that's the comparison with this, and I'm sorry I don't really have more to say about it. But if you have sensitive skin, and because of the price point, you know, I do recommend that you try it. You know, my skin liked it, didn't have an issue, which is always a bonus in my book. So the other 2 items I'm going to talk about: the Peter Thomas Roth Retinol Fusion PM Night Serum. Pure and potent, time-release, microencapsulated retinol, 1.5% vitamin C and E for all skin types. This is 1 fluid ounce, and it is, I've got to move my notes over here. And this is $65. The lifespan after you open it is 12 months. I never get through this in 12 months, which is kind of sad, but I could use more, but I'm not a fan of just adding more serums just because. And whatever residue is left on my hands after I do my face, I do, you know, come down my neck and all of this. And I could just do more just to put down here, but again, I'm not in the habit of just applying more stuff just to say I used it. That's just me. And I know people that use it, you know, the back of their neck, their hands, elbows, wherever you want to put it, you can. And they do have a travel size in this, 0.4 ounces for $35 if you just want to try it, or if you're at a Sephora and they have it, you know, ask for a sample because it is expensive. My skin loves this stuff, and it is, I like that it says PM Night Serum because this is to be used at night because it has retinol in it, which can make your skin sensitive to sunlight. And so most retinol products, they do say just use at night and to use sunscreen the next day or before sun exposure. I like that this says how much retinol is in it, which is 1.5%. I like that it says what vitamins are in here, which is C and E. So again, just like with the mask, like Peter will give you information, you know, so I'm cool with that. And I really like that. And it has on the back, yada, 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 you know, what it'll do, fine lines, wrinkles, skin is left refreshed and restored. You know, vitamin C and E, moisturizing formula, all of that good stuff. And so my skin really likes this. And my last one expired before I was able to use it all, which I've learned over the years. I don't get through this in 12 months. And so I said to myself, I'm going to try something new. I did not purchase it. I believe it came like as a sample. And this is Dr. Dennis Gross Advanced Retinol Plus Ferolic Texture Renewal Serum. This is the 0.25 fluid ounce sample or travel set size or something. It's the mini one. And again, I do believe it came free with something. And I do believe it's when he first came out with this. And he did have a retinol serum. And this one is the advanced one. So he changed his formula for quite a few of his retinol stuff. And for the eye serum, I was annoyed because I really liked it. And I'm like, why is he changing it? My skin loves it. But brands do that. So for the 1 ounce of this, it is $72. This is the mini, 0.25 ounces, and it's for $17. I was pleasantly surprised. And the reason I tried this was this one had expired. And I said, okay, I'll try Dennis's to see what my skin says. My skin really likes this stuff. In comparison to texture, this has a dropper. I'm not going to open it yet because I don't want to start the lifespan on it. Both of these are good for 12 months. This is more liquidy, even though they're both serums. This one is thicker, and that surprised me. And so you do squeeze the dropper, you know, into your hand, and then you rub your hands together and rub it on your face. Or if you're one of those people who just like to drip stuff, you know, that's fine too. So it is thicker, so I find that I use more of it versus Peter's where it's thinner. So this one I could use 5 drops, and that's more than enough for my entire big ass face and coming down all of here. Whereas with the Dennis, I have to use maybe like 8 drops, just even for my face. And if I want to do all of this, I would have to use 10 drops. And so if I did purchase a full size, which I doubt, because me and Peter, that's my road dog. But I do have some Dennis products I really enjoy too. But yeah, my skin really likes it. No irritation, no problems. And they both feel like they do the same thing, except this one, Texture Renewal Serum, that I do feel a difference. And I was surprised. And my skin is not overly textured, but what I noticed was when I wear a mask, I do get micro tears in my skin. I wear the KF94 mask. And so this is new from a mask. This is healing from a mask. And I also notice when I wear a mask, this right here gets red and irritated. The under the nose redness has been there, and I do have a cream for that. So if you see some shiny stuff, that's the cream. But wearing a mask, this gets irritated right here. It aggravates my eczema. And I noticed the first time I used this, and this is, it says either AM or PM, but I use it at night. I noticed that next morning, this was not as irritated. And my cheeks, where the mask does the micro tears, was not as irritated. So this does improve the texture of your skin. And I don't know how it does that. And so part of me is like, okay, do I want to just get one of these? Like just keep a sample one? Well, the mini one. But then because I don't get through the Peter in a year, why have this one? Unless it is just for when my skin is more agitated from wearing a mask. Excuse me, so rude. But I do really like this. If you're debating on which one to get, 1 ounce of Peter is $65. 1 ounce of Dennis is $72. They both leave my skin really smooth. They both apply really nicely. I'm trying to think of which one would I recommend. This is what I'll say. If you're using Peter's already and you're using it like all over in your hands, and you know, and you are using up the 1 ounce in a year, I'll say stick with Peter. If you're just wanting to try something new and you're not finishing Peter's in a year, but when your Peter's expires, if you want to try Dennis, because I would use this in a year because I'm using a lot more of it than the Peter because it is a lot thicker. And I'm wondering now if because of the texture, it's moisturizing my skin more, even though it feels moisturized with Peter. Because I'm trying to figure out, while I'm sitting here talking to you, whatever it's doing, does renew the texture of my skin. So it is something in here that it does what it says it does. And so I will say this, if your skin is textured, or if you're dealing with acne or little marks from a mask, or dealing with eczema, irritation, or things like that, then yeah, I do recommend the dentist one, because it does renew your texture, and it will help smooth out. For me, that's my experience with it, having 52-year-old sensitive skin forever since the day I was born. But I would recommend dentists. If you're not sure if they have them both in your Sephora, get a sample of both and just see what they do for you. My skin does really like both of these. They're both hella expensive. Peter's site has, sometimes they do have 30% off sales. Sometimes the dentist website will have 25 to 30% off sales as well. But for the mini, for $17, I would recommend just to try it, just to see if your skin likes it or not. And again, for the masks, if you're wanting that purifying, refining, decongestion stuff, I would recommend the Peter Irish Moor Mud Mask. If you're just looking to pamper yourself and your skin does not have those issues, it's not congested, it's not hydrated already, then I would recommend, what is wrong with me? I would recommend the Keys Harmony Mask. So if you want just straight pampering self-care, Keys Harmony Mask. If you're wanting stuff to do stuff for your skin, then I recommend Peter. And that'll be it for this video. I really don't know if this was helpful, so let me know if it was. Let me know what your go-to masks are. Let me know if you are using a retinol or retinoid or retin-A serum, you know, which ones you do use. And so let's just chat below, help each other out with what works for us and what doesn't. And also in your comments, if you have sensitive skin or not, what works for you, because I realize that is important for a lot of people who do have sensitive skin. Like, we hear, oh, this is great, this is great, this is great, and we use it, and our skin is like, what the fuck is this? And so, I did tell y'all a curse, right? And so that is important, and I am hoping that this helps someone, even just to hear my experiences with these products. And you all will see me in the next video. I will link my skincare playlist. I think I'll list it as an end cap, the end screen over here. If not, or it'll be down below if you want to see what else that I use. If you want to see an updated skincare routine video, let me know. As I said, it doesn't change much, and I do have videos showing that stuff from whenever ago. And I'm just realizing how tired I look. Yeah, so that'll be it for this video. Thank you for being here. This felt kind of strange to me for some reason, but you'll see me soon. Thank you for watching. Hang tight and just kind of click on whatever pops up over here and browse through some of my videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good free stuff that helps me out. And if you're not subscribed, please do. Yeah, so that'll be it. Thanks.